What's up, everyone? This is DYANAROZAY. Welcome to my channel. You guys, it has been an interesting 24 hours, okay, a little more than 24 hours, but this just in, P. Diddy has settled the abuse lawsuit with ex-girlfriend Cassie one day after the court filing. So it did not take him long to feel the pressure, okay? Definitely pressure has been felt. He has made a settlement offer, and Cassie said that she is fine with it. Okay. We have already heard so many stories come out in support of Cassie. If you guys have been paying attention, there hasn't been anyone that has known P. Diddy for a long time, his family, his friends, absolutely no one, okay, that knows this man well, who have come out and said everything Cassie said is a lie. Not one person, but all of the women and some men have come out and have spoken up on Cassie's behalf, said that they are happy that she has shared her story. It was a 35-page lawsuit filing, okay? You can look at like a summary of that on my Facebook page and on my IG. I posted both because really this is something that we need to hear and know. From what it sounds like to me, okay, this is still all alleged, but this man has settled. But what it sounds like to me is it was classic pimp behavior. You meet someone, you drug them up, you get them basically strung out on drugs. She said that she basically had everything in her system. She was accusing him of trafficking her, taking her from state to state to have relations with male prostitutes. He called them uh, freakouts, and he would, I guess, shorten it for FOs. But she has been all over the United States and outside of it. There were accusations that he would beat her pretty badly in front of everybody, security, guest, his mother. There was an incident that happened at a hotel where he paid the hotel $50,000 to delete the tape and for whatever damages that were done there. No one ever called the police, ever. No one ever did anything. You guys may know I spoke about this earlier today. Yesterday, the NYPD actually made a statement saying that they were investigating the case. They came out and spoke to the press and said that they were investigating the case of SA and other abuses that P. Diddy was accused of. And then today, the NYPD came out and said they erroneously made that claim their error. They're not investigating. And later on tonight, we get this. We get told that basically the case has been settled. So I'm going to read you guys what I saw on Love B. Scott's page, so that you guys can hear where this is coming from. But they said Cassie and Diddy have reached a settlement just one day after she had filed an explosive lawsuit against Diddy, alleging physical abuse, the R word, and other horrors, okay? The parties announced on Friday evening that they had reached an agreement to resolve the case, though they disclosed no details about the terms of the settlement. Yeah, so what are you guys saying? Let me check your comments here. I see someone said something about this. Okay. Funky said that he would run and settle because he would have never allowed those details to come out. Listen, it's not just the details about Cassie. Right now, people are making accusations about Kim Porter and all of the people that he was in business with originally, Heavy D, Andre Harrell, even, LB Shore has come out and said he's going to share his story. It's already started a firestorm that he may not be able to pull back. He reached a settlement with her, yes, but imagine what could have happened if he just would have done it in the first place. I'm telling you, people with this kind of money, they buy silence. They buy silence from judges, from courts, from police, from everybody. That is what makes them so powerful. Their money shuts things down, and her doing what she did was probably one of the smartest things. I know a lot of people have been saying, why did she wait so long? And why didn't she just go? If you read those charges, if you listen to the summary, he drugged that girl. He drugged her up, made her addicted. She said she's still addicted today to all kinds of things. She's trying to be a mother. She wants to get her career back. One day after the court filing, he has settled. Okay. It goes on to say that, I think this is what P. Diddy is saying. He said, I have decided to resolve this matter amicably on terms that I have some level of control. Excuse me, this is actually Cassie who's saying this. She said, I have decided to resolve this matter amicably on terms that I have some level of control. Cassie, whose full name is Cassandra Ventura, said in a statement, she said, I want to thank my family, fans, lawyers for their unwavering support. P. Diddy actually said, we have decided to resolve this matter amicably, and I wish Cassie and her family the best. And he ended it by saying love. For Mr. Combs, the settlement quickly shuts down what could have been a risky and potentially embarrassing process of legal discovery. She has said that she has evidence to back her claims. Okay. And then again, like I said, other people were coming out and said they saw it. He did not hide some of this stuff. He did it in plain sight. He just paid people to shut up. Mr. Combs, it goes on to say that in a lawsuit that drew international attention, Ms. Ventura, who signed Mr. Combs' was signed to Mr. Combs' Bad Boy label in 2005, was only 19 when she met him, and he was still dating or with his previous girlfriend, the late Kim Porter. So the story is, she met him. He promised her that he was going to get her this record deal. Listen, Josie, he may have given her more than the 30 million, okay? Listen, he had already offered her 8 figures, which was at minimum 10 million. So who knows what has happened now? Like I said, she said she didn't want to sign an NDA. She wanted to be able to tell this story to whomever, whenever, which I don't blame her, because at the end of the day, she could probably get book deals, movie deals, who knows what would come from it. But Diddy, on the other hand, he would see a jail cell. That's about it. So he should have did everything in his power to keep that from going to the courts. But you know what this does? This actually protects her. Her getting just this little piece of her story out keeps eyes on her and protects her in a way that she wouldn't have been if she just said, I'm writing a book or I'm doing a movie, because we all know what has happened to every single body else who said they had a book or a movie deal that they was, trying to shop. They didn't make it. Okay. They are underground right now. Let's see. Miss Boss Lady said, if she had evidence, I would not have settled. Something isn't sitting right with me about this. Well, we don't know what the details are. You don't know if she settled for 50 million. Okay. What he wanted is for her to take that filing out of the court. So he gave her what she wanted and then some. And she said, according to this statement, she said she got control. She is in control of her story, which is what she said she wanted in the first place. So again, whether she makes a decision to never tell or never tell anything more, or if she said, I'll give you 20 years before I sell my story, she is in control of her story. She gets to tell her part. It's not his. Let's see. If anything happens, we all know. Facts. She did the smartest thing she could do. At the end of the day, if you've listened to P. Diddy talk, I mean, this man has a legacy, correct? He's made music that people love. Seriously, people's memories are attached to this man and his music. Okay. And similar to like a Bill Cosby, you have good memories attached to, the work that they did, the art that they did. However, when you find out that they have all this other stuff going on, these demons and people that people are accusing them of, it leaves a bad taste. And he would have a lot. Think about his daughters. He has two young girls. Oh my goodness. He has three children with the late Kim Porter, correct? And then he calls Quincy, who's actually Albie Shore's son, his son. Let's see. I don't think that Diddy had a choice because other people, most likely famous, would have been exposed. When she was speaking, she said she wanted Diddy to be taken down along with everyone else who helped this man abuse her. And Albie Shore said something similar on his post today. He made a post and said, I didn't think you guys would be ready to hear my story, but I am ready to talk. He said, I have forgiven, but I have not forgotten. And this goes for the person who abused me and everyone else who turned a blind eye or supported that abuse. Okay. It is a lot. A lot of you are saying that you believe Cassie. I certainly do. I have, had the opportunity to see people with a lot of money do some horrendous things in politics. So I know that, you know, people want people to, stand up for themselves, and we would like to think that you have a choice, you have a right to do this. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes people with a lot of money and a lot of power can take you up out of here. Okay. Let's see. Black women who hate Black women always blow my mind. Kim and Cassie were victims. You don't have to be innocent to be a victim. Oh, that's true. Listen, that's true. At the end of the day, again, just read her story. 19 years old, wanting a record career. She was in a relationship with a man when she met him. He was in a relationship with children with a woman when he met her. She didn't have a reason to be fearful of him. I mean, you think that this is a public figure. Of course, you're going to think that they're going to mind their P's and Q's. All of a sudden, he's giving her pills. She doesn't know what she's taking. Before she know it, she's jonesing. She's addicted. She admits to it. She's addicted to this drug. He was giving her the hard stuff, like pretty much all of everything. It reads like a classic pimp novel. This is exactly what happened back in the 60s and 70s and probably the 80s too. He literally is pimping 101. Okay. Everyone is going to come out now because money is involved, possibly. But you know what? I would say if you don't want to people to sue you, don't do anything wrong. Okay. Live a better life. Several people witnessed violence against Cassie and Kim, and I don't know anyone in the chat who would second guess that. Yeah, pictures have been coming out. There's a picture of Cassie. It looks like they may be on a boat, or excuse me, not Cassie. It was Kim Porter. Looks like it may be on a boat. It was P. Diddy's mother, and the doctor who fixed Kim's nose. She has a piece of tape across her nose. But people who know the story has come out and said it was actually Diddy. They're alleging it was Diddy who broke her nose, and then he flew in a cosmetic surgeon to the boat to fix her nose while she was on the boat. And then they all take a picture together. It's pretty disgusting, you guys. Yeah, it's pimp behavior. I promise you, when you read it, it is classic pimp behavior. Drug them up, get them addicted. You basically, there's nothing that they won't do for the drug. And he had complete and total control of her financially. If she tried to get away, then he would just do something to the people that she was dating to just keep her. So it didn't matter. Kid Cudi has already come out and said, absolutely, my car blew up, exploded, okay? Exploded in my driveway. Why didn't we hear that story? Kid Cudi is fairly popular. He had excellent music. I loved Kid Cudi. He was in like the movies, and he had an HBO series. He was fairly popular. Unfortunately, he was out there too. He went to drug rehab a couple of times. But yes, uppity for sure. look at what's going on in Ohio right now with trafficking. I think they are in the top 5, okay, for young kids and women are being snatched. You never see them again, okay? And it's unfortunate. I think they called Ohio like I think they said it was like the pathway. Most all trafficking goes through Ohio, which is sad. I posted some things about that on my IG stories. We need to stay aware of these things. We need to stop blaming, victim blaming. You have no idea what goes on with this stuff. And if you don't, that's okay too. Some abuse is beyond comprehension. We just have to know that it exists. And if they can get their stories out there, telling is what helps the next person. Okay. Let's see, what else are you guys saying over here? The entertainment industry is known as the devil's playground. Yeah, once someone starts it, it's like a book. And right now we have a couple of people that are involved in some of these cases. I think Aerosmith is one right now. Mick Jagger, they just closed his case in October. Who is it? It's not Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Is it Terry Lewis? I think Terry Lewis is in one too. He has a case that is pending for something similar. And I mean, people just keep showing up out of the woodwork. So there is a whole bunch of stuff that's coming up. What has happened over the last, like I said, a little bit over 24 hours is absolutely historic. He is a billionaire, you guys, a billionaire. He could have paid the money and went on about his business, but it looks like he called her bluff right on down to the courthouse. Okay. I don't think he thought it was going to happen, but it damn sure did. And we have to pay attention. Let's see. Russell Simmons, correct. He's still in Bali right now. Russell Simmons, Russell Simmons had an escape plan. When his mask went off, he was gone, okay? And has not been back to the United States since. Just to give you an understanding, P. Diddy I guess he didn't have an escape plan. Sometimes people count on people being afraid to tell, too embarrassed. But if you look at some of the videos that happened after that P. Diddy made after you guys, him and Cassie had broken up, it was like he was taunting her, some of the things that he would say in public to keep her quiet. Whew, it was a lot. It was a lot. Let's see what else you guys are saying. He settled quick and fast. One day after the court hearing, one day after the court filing, excuse me, one day. That's all it took to get this man to going ahead and give her what she wanted. Like I said, she's saying that she got control of her story, which is all she wanted. She wanted control of her story, and she will be able to tell it when she's ready to tell it. And P. Diddy is just saying that he feels like they came to an amicable agreement. So again, Cassie said, I have decided to resolve this matter amicably on terms that I have some level of control. And then P. Diddy said that we have decided to resolve the matter amicably. Okay, clearly these are statements they both agreed to. I wish Cassie and her family all the best. Love. So she has enough money to get the hell out of town right now, if that's what she wanted to do. Leave wherever she is, leave with her and her children. I believe she has 2 children with her husband. I know his last name is Fine. I think it's Adam Fine, who used to be an employee of P. Diddy. Her husband was an employee of P. Diddy. And Cassie and this man ended up leaving together, living together, marrying rather quickly, within like back-to-back months of each other. Y'all remember? Let's see. The victim is the last one that is going to know why they were abused. Not only that, they ask themselves why each time. Yeah, they do. They question themselves a lot. Because let's face it, you grow up, you think that you're in control of you, right? You think you're in control of you. You think that you know what trouble looks like. You trust your intuition. And then all of a sudden you find yourself in some BS, and you don't know how you got there. You spend a lot of time questioning yourself. I heard it wasn't 30 million, but possibly more. Yes, I said that. I said I believe it was more. I think she said we're gonna up the ante because you should have took what I asked for in the first place. I want control of my story. I want control of my story, and I want 30 million. He said no, and she said that's okay. Now he came out and said that she had been you know, trying to take him. It was a money grab. That's what he said. For 6 months, she was extorting him. Extorting him is what he was saying. Again, he went from extortion to one day after the court filing, he is making a settlement. It makes everything that he said about that woman in his little statement a damn lie. Okay? We're going to use some common sense here. He lied, period. He lied. She was telling the truth. He wanted that to go away. So we'll have to see what happens next. But hopefully she can get herself healthy because she said that she is still going through horrible withdrawals, having thoughts about unaliving herself. She said she wants to be a better mother. So hopefully she can get the counseling she needs. She can get away from this. I know people think, she should have just taken him to court or made sure that he went to jail. I told you guys earlier, justice comes in many different ways. Okay. Think about it. If he's a billionaire and he's buying people, what's the chances that you'll get a fair trial? What's the chances of that? Go on ahead and take the money. Take the money, move, make new memories for yourself. Make new memories for yourself. Okay. That helps heal you too. Someone said, Diana, do you think that her husband or counselor helped her file the case? Maybe therapy helped her gain some courage. It could have been a lot of things. I think that because she has these children now, it could have been her desire to be a better mother. It could be, you're looking at your children and thinking, I don't want them to ever suffer what I suffered. It could be that she was afraid that at some point he was going to come back for her and do what people allege he's done to everybody else. And that scares the hell out of you too. You want to be there for your children. You want to see them have children. You want to be a grandmother. So there could have been a lot of factors involved that made her say, you know what, it's time for me to step up. Because like I said, for everybody to have some story to tell about P. Diddy and Cassie's relationship, nah, there's a lot of people who saw some shit. There's a lot of people that saw it. Somebody might have gotten a message to her that said, hey, he said that you're the one. You know what I'm saying? You're that loose cannon that he wakes up in cold sweats about. So perhaps that was it. Somebody might have given her a warning just in case you might want to do something. You never know how this comes to you. What about that lady, Sloan, the psychic, who said within, 5 months, November 2023, there's going to be something that happens that's going to start an army, like a whole crusade against this man. He's not like done by a long shot. He settled this case, but there's probably more coming for sure. The year of revelation, child, and we ain't even finished yet. We're just now in mid-November. The way these stories are coming up, oh my goodness, it is wild, you guys. Yeah, they wanted to marry him. Big deal. Okay, it looks like Uppity has to windmill against some of these comments in here. Thanks, Uppity. Yes, ladies. Again, I understand that people don't always get what's involved, but show just a little bit of grace for people. We have a man here who's literally settled an abuse case. One day after a court filing, he thought that what this woman could prove or show or say could be such a detriment to him that he was willing to settle it to make it go away one day after she filed. 6 months, he said this, 6 months after negotiating. And he said that she didn't accept his demands. He wanted that same control over her, and he didn't have it. And I'm sure her lawyer sat with her and said, listen, whether he gives you what you're asking for or not, your story is going to pay you what you want. So if I were you, I wouldn't settle. I wouldn't take anything less than exactly what you want. Take it to court. It'll save your life. It'll save your life. Okay? I mean, that story was everywhere, you guys. Everywhere. What a disgrace. Let's see. I don't know how you can listen to what Cassie suffered and then fix your fingers. Okay. That psychic said that Kim told her in a dream. Yes, child, listen. She said that Kim passed away on the 15th of November, and that the psychic that the psychic said that Kim came to her in a dream, that she woke up and that Kim was standing in a corner with her arms folded, like, "Can I trust you?" And then basically said, "I need you to get this information out there." Gave her information to look up, and yeah, she said that basically in the next 5 months, around the time of her death date, Kim Porter's death date, this explosion was going to get things started that would help avenge her own death. And she said that it had something to do with nasal inhalant, that she felt sick, that Kim had, thought she had a pneumonia. That's actually what was written on her death certificate. But according to the psychic, it was not pneumonia, that she was actually ingesting something that was considered toxic. And she said it was similar to like a toxic metal, and that if someone tested her hair, they would find it. Now, from what I'm understanding, Kim Porter does have 2 death certificates. The first one said it was a homicide. Then a second one came out and said that it was pneumonia. Why does she have 2 death certificates, and why are they both so vastly different? You see what I'm saying? Something's up. That there can't be this many damn questions around people that this man knows. And Tasha K does have an interview with Kevin Hart's assistant. She showed herself interviewing that woman today. It came right on out. I saw it, child. Whew, so that will be more revelation before the end of the year. More revelation. I grew up admiring Kim. Hollywood loved Kim. Yeah, she really was. If you grew up in the Kim Porter in the Kim Porter era, beautiful chocolate skinned woman, like, really, it was just great to see. It was a good time to be had, child. Um, Psychic didn't lie. Well, we're going to see what happens next. Psychic did not lie, but I say I am proud that Cassie was willing to tell her story. Whether people think it was a money grab or not, pay me for my pain, pay me for my pain, pay me for my pain. I'd rather be rich and trying to figure out how to get on the road to healthy than poor and unhealthy. Okay. That doesn't work either. Um, Will she still be his assistant after this interview? I don't think she's his assistant anymore. I think that job is over. But whatever happened while she was there, she's talking about it. She's talking about it, y'all. Listen, this is crazy. I know more things will drop tomorrow. Pay me therapy costs. Yeah, she has now laid out a foundation for her family and her children. I don't know if her and her husband will be around for long. She went through for a lot of years. I think they were together for 13 years. 13 years is a long time. All of her childhood to suffer, of her young adulthood to suffer um, through what she suffered through. Someone said that he needs to be in a cell next to R. Kelly. Yeah, let's see what happens next, y'all. I don't think it's over. I think it's just a start. I think it's just a start. Um, he called her bluff, and now she called his, okay? He tried to keep her quiet. He didn't think people would believe it. But think about everything that has happened since last night. The cops retracting their story, the police department retracting their story. A major story like that, I promise you, there is a PR department for every police department. There is a PR, and their whole entire job is to give the correct statement. For them to have come out and then say we erroneously made this comment about P. Diddy. Bullshit. Okay. I didn't mean to cuss. Either way, let's see. No investigation in New York. Yep, that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. Checkmate for Miss Cassie. Checkmate for Miss Cassie. And unfortunately, this is not over for P. This is not over for P. Diddy, Brother Love, Sean Puffy Combs, whatever he wants to call himself. It's not over. Let's see what else you guys are saying. You hope that everyone comes out. Listen, the girl from is it Vanity Kane? She is talking quite a bit as well. She said, "Listen, I knew better than to sign, the deal to get her publishing rights." She said she called everybody in her group and said, "Do not sign for this offer. I can get us a deal tomorrow on Hulu to have a conversation." She was like, "Y'all stay cool." But she said that she knows some things too. And she said all she's going to say is what that woman went through, she's not lying. A whole bunch of people have come out and said she's not lying. Okay. They are unearthing all kinds of videos. So that's going to play out well through the holidays. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's right, Linda Dukes. It was money. Okay. I'm gonna take it right on back. He knew what was up. He's not a stupid guy. He knew what was happening out there. And like I said at the beginning, we've heard a lot of people support Cassie's story. We haven't heard anyone come out and say Cassie's a damn lie. Okay. P. Diddy would never. We didn't hear not one person say that. Not one. So interesting. It could go to the FBI. We don't know. We don't know. We have to see. Let's see if someone in Kim Porter's family would like to do another test on her, right? We don't know. The psychic said that she wants someone to get her body and do more testing. Is he with someone else right now? Ugh, Jesus. Well, y'all, I am going to let you go. I just wanted to give you that little bit of news. Virgo child, you are absolutely right. Let's keep our eyes on all of this. Let's talk about it all the time. Let's pay attention. Don't make people feel bad about telling their stories later in life. It doesn't matter when they tell it, let them tell it. They're telling their story actually helps the people behind them from getting caught up. You just never know. It's okay to share your stories. Yeah, I would like to know what Carisha thinks as well. I think she was really in love with that man, okay? But he didn't think she was good enough for whatever reason. But she should consider herself lucky, okay? Either way, you guys, I appreciate you for showing up for this live and getting this breaking news, this hot tea. And of course, I will follow up with you guys as soon as more comes out. We'll keep talking about it, okay? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, share it, and I will talk to you all on the next one.